Okay, I want you to try something for me. Just for a second. Picture a border in your head. Maybe it's a fence, a wall, or, just a clean line on a map. Region A on one side, region B on the other. It's neat.
It's logical. It's how we like to think the world works. We want to know exactly where we're standing.
Exactly. But today, for this final deep dive, we're kind of throwing that whole idea out the window.
We really are.
We're standing in a place where what you see with your eyes is basically lying to you. The map looks like it's broken, and the ground itself is, well, it's a ghost story.
It is such a fitting end to this whole journey. I mean, we spent the last 9 deep dives walking through Minami-Osawa. We've called it Tokyo's hidden utopia.
Yeah.
And today, for the finale, we've walked all the way to the absolute southern edge of it.
We have. And looking around, it seems almost deceptively normal. We're on the bank of a river. This is the Sakai River, the Sakai-gawa.
And that name, that's your first clue right there.
Yeah.
Sakai. It literally means border. It is the dividing line. On this side, the north bank where we've been, that's Tokyo Prefecture, Machida City.
And on the other side,
That's Kanagawa Prefecture, Saigamihara City. A whole different world, legally speaking.
so 2 different governments, different taxes,
Yeah.
all separated by this little river.
In theory, yes.
But this is where it gets weird. This is the part in the source material that just, it blew my mind. If you just stand here and look at the river itself, what do you see?
You see a concrete channel.
Right. It's straight. It's perfectly engineered, efficient.
A very clear, very obvious boundary.
But, and I want you to imagine doing this right now. You pull out your smartphone, you open your map app, and reality just, it completely breaks.
It really does.
The blue line for the river is straight, just like we see it. But the dotted line for the border,
It's all over the place. It's unhinged.
it's like a snake. It crosses the water, then it jumps back. It loops around a couple houses on the other side and then dives back into the river.
Yeah.
You'd think your GPS was broken.
You would. It looks like a software glitch, but what you're actually seeing is it's a history lesson. You're looking at the ghost of the old river.
A river as it was, before all this.
Exactly. Before Temmin Newtown, before all the red-roofed apartments and pedestrian bridges, this was all just countryside. And the Sakai River was a natural stream.
And nature doesn't do straight lines.
Nature meanders.
It curves.
Which is beautiful, but it's also a huge problem for flood control, especially when you start paving over everything to build a city.
Right, the water has nowhere to go.
So the engineers came in and they said, we have to fix this. They straightened it. They dug a brand new direct concrete channel to move the water away quickly and safely.
So they literally moved the river. But, and this is the part I love, the sheer bureaucratic inertia of it all, they didn't move the border.
That's the key. Moving water is an engineering problem. You get some excavators, you pour some concrete, done.
But moving a prefectural border.
That is a political nightmare. You're talking land deeds, municipal taxes, historical agreements. It's a mountain of red tape.
So it was just easier to say, you know what, leave the line where it is.
Precisely. The legal border still follows the path of the old winding riverbed. A riverbed that hasn't actually had water in it for decades.
And that creates this amazing thing the sources call tobiji.
Right, we'd call them enclaves or exclaves.
Flying ground. So you have these little crescent-shaped bits of land that are physically on the Kanagawa side.
But are legally still part of Tokyo. Little islands of Tokyo stranded across the water.
And this is where the fun starts. This turns a simple walk along the river into a full-on geographical scavenger hunt.
It does.
The sources describe it like a game. If you're walking on the south path, so you're technically in Kanagawa,
Yeah.
how do you know if you've stepped into one of these little Tokyo ghost zones?
You have to stop looking up and start looking down at your feet.
At the manhole.
The manholes don't lie. And there's a good reason. Underground stuff sewers, water pipes, utilities, that's all handled by a specific city.
Sure, they're not going to service another city's pipes.
Exactly. So if you're standing on the Kanagawa bank, but you look down and you see a manhole cover with the distinct logo of Machida City.
You've found one.
Yeah.
You're standing on an invisible island of Tokyo.
You are physically in one place and legally in another. You can literally jump from Tokyo to Kanagawa and back again in a single step on dry land.
The sources mentioned looking at utility poles, too, for the address plates.
Yeah, that's another big clue. If you see a plate for the Tabata district, which is a Machida address, while you're clearly on the south side of the water, you've crossed the ghost border.
It's just so perfect for the theme of this whole series, hidden in plain sight. I mean, it's standing here at this glitchy, messy border. It feels like the right place to look back on everything we've uncovered about this so-called utopia.
I agree, because when you zoom out from this one little geographical oddity, you see that the rest of Minami-Osawa was the complete opposite. It wasn't an accident at all. It was one of the most intentional city designs imaginable.
Let's talk about that. The word utopia can sound a little
Yeah.
sterile. A bit creepy even.
Sure.
But when we were digging into the Colline housing, the red roofs from our second deep dive, it felt different. It felt warm.
And that was because of the master architect system, Shozo Uchi.
Right. Instead of a random collection of concrete boxes, they had one person set a single unified vision.
A vision of a Mediterranean hill town. They didn't flatten the hills, they built with them. They made the apartment buildings cascade down the slopes.
And it wasn't just the buildings, it was the ground itself. The emblems. That was my favorite discovery of this whole series. The Da Vinci Code of Minami-Osawa.
It really is a code. These little ceramic tiles in the pavement, they're not random. They follow the days of the week, which in Japan are tied to the elements.
Sun, moon, fire, water, gold, earth.
And as you walk from the Sun District to the Moon District, the emblems change. It's a wayfinding system that connects you to the cosmos.
But there's still the mystery.
The missing wood.
Moku. Thursday. The author of our source material searched everywhere and never found a wood tile. And I have to know, do you buy the poetic explanation?
That the wood isn't a tile, that it's the actual trees and parks all around you?
Yeah.
I do. I absolutely do. It fits the whole philosophy. Why put a picture of a tree on the ground when you're surrounded by a forest? The environment is the missing piece.
It connects to all the art, too. The message from the universe, sculpture, the four pillars. They were really trying to make this suburb feel significant.
That's the word. Not just a place to sleep, but a place to live. And that brings us to the bridges. Because that's where you see the core philosophy in action. People versus cars.
The pedestrian priority. The walker is king.
The car is the servant, hidden away. And the Rondo Bridge, the Rinbu Bridge, is the ultimate example. It's not a bridge, it's a destination.
It's a giant circular deck floating above traffic. And we found out it's a sundial.
A massive functional sundial with Roman numerals in the tiles. Who does that?
And then there's the Sakura Bridge, designed for the sole purpose of becoming a tunnel of cherry blossoms in the spring.
It's a level of care you don't see. The best view isn't from your car. The best view is for the person walking. The infrastructure serves the human experience.
That separation is key. People up high, cars down low. Which, thinking about it, reminds me of the whole underground deep dive. The common utility ducts.
The unsexy part of the utopia.
Totally.
But it's so important. All the ugly stuff, power lines, cables, heating pipes, is buried in these huge tunnels. Which is why when you see pictures of Minami-Osawa, the sky is so clear, no wires.
And the trash tubes. I still can't quite get over the trash tubes.
A pneumatic trash system. It's mostly gone now. Too expensive. But the ambition. The idea you could just whoosh your garbage away underground. It was about hiding the mechanics so the surface could be beautiful.
But it's not all beautiful futuristic design, is it? We found some much darker, heavier history right under the surface.
You're thinking about the tank road.
The one Ryokudo.
Yeah.
It's this beautiful green jogging path now, but its foundation that was built for the Imperial Army during World War II.
It was a test track for tanks.
And the ghost of that is still there, just like the ghost of the river.
The fading 30 sign.
Right. It's just this faint number painted on the asphalt, the speed limit for the tanks. And now you have people jogging over it, checking their smartwatches with no idea they're on a military road.
It's that layering of time that makes the place so rich. You have World War II history, then 1980s futurism, and then...
And then the Mitsuki Bridge, which is from the 19th century.
a complete anachronism.
Totally. They took this bridge from near the Imperial Palace in central Tokyo, dismantled it stone by stone, and rebuilt it here in a brand new town.
It gives a new town a sense of permanence. It says, this place has history, even if we had to bring it here.
And sometimes the place makes its own history by accident. We have to mention the secret base one last time.
The observation tower at Shimizuiri Green Space.
My favorite example of nature just winning.
It is. They built a tower so everyone could see their grand creation, but they planted trees all around it.
And the trees grew.
They grew. So now you climb the tower and you can't see the city at all. You're just inside a canopy of leaves. It failed at its original purpose.
But the sources argue that the failure made it better.
Oh, it absolutely did. It stopped being a tourist viewpoint and became a local's hideout, a secret base, a treehouse. It offers seclusion, which is far more valuable in a city than another view.
So the common thread from this crazy border we're standing at to that overgrown tower is that Minami-Osawa is a kind of dialogue.
A dialogue between the master plan and reality.
Exactly. The architect's perfect vision, the straight lines. But then the old river refuses to be erased from the map. The trees block the view, the moss grows over the tank road.
And that's what makes a place livable. The friction between the two, that's where the utopia actually is.
So, bringing it all home for our listener, we've walked the whole journey. But why should they care about this one suburb in West Tokyo?
Because it teaches you how to read your own neighborhood. We tend to write off suburbs as just bed towns, boring.
But Minami-Osawa proves that if you slow down, if you walk, if you look closely, there is intention and history everywhere.
It's an invitation to be a detective in your own zip code. The code is there, in the manholes, in the street names, in the parks, but you can only see it if you get out of the car.
You have to be moving at the speed of a human being. I love that phrase.
That's the only speed where you'll notice the magic tricks, like crossing a river but not crossing a border.
So here's our final challenge to you. You don't have to fly to Japan for this.
Not at all. Go find a local border near you, a county line, a river between two towns, pull up the map.
And look for the glitches. Look for where the real world and the map don't quite line up. Then go there. Look at the ground.
See who really owns the land you're standing on. You might find your own ghost zone.
And if you do make it to Minami-Osawa, well, someone still has to find that wood emblem.
It's probably just a tree.
Don't ruin it for me. I'm holding out hope for a hidden tile. But seriously, if you find it, you have to let us know.
We'll be waiting.
This has been an incredible journey. From red roofs to tank roads, sundial bridges to invisible borders. Thank you for walking with us through this hidden utopia.
It has been a real pleasure.
The city is open, the code is waiting, now go walk it.